welcome to today's lesson. Face me, cherry up, kunye. Okay, just jogging on the spot for a change. Good. It's windy today. Good. Okay, just running from side to side, so just 2 or 3 steps, depends what space you've got, just run in from side to side. So I don't wear the carpet in the same spot every day. Back to the middle, just jogging on the spot. Good. And just jogging forwards and jogging back. Again, just depends on how much space you've got, how far back, forwards and back you can go. And back to the centre, just jogging on the spot, knees up. And feet up behind. Good. And just jogging. Good. Just do 5 press ups, go. And stand up jogging when you're done. 5 sit-ups, go. Stand up jogging when you're done. Good. 5 squat thrusts, go. Stand up jogging when you're done. 5 star jumps, go. And jogging. Good. And just slow it down, circling the arms forwards. And backwards. And circling the outwards. Alternating legs. Keep your hands up. Nice big circles. Opening up your hips. And inwards. Good. Just take hold of one leg. Tuck the knee in. Circling off the ankle. One way. And then the other way. And just changing from one side to the other. Good. Change legs. Circling off the ankle. In my head I'm doing that. I'm not sure that it's actually going around. I don't look, otherwise I'll fall over. Now back the other way. And just keep alternating from one direction to the other direction. Just bring the feet together, slightly bend the knees, hands on the knees, just little up and down movement on the knee, just loosening off the knees. And then little circles with the knees, 2 one way, 2 the other, just loosening off the knees. Good. Okay, just give your little legs a shake. Arms a shake. Excellent work. Okay, so for the exercises today, you can either need tape, will be ideal. If you've got some tape that you can put down on the carpet or outside, or some chalk. If you're outside, you can chalk this out. If you haven't got that, you can use your belt. So obviously just pause the video for a second and go and fetch those things so that you can set it up. Okay, so basically you're going to be making a circle, so this is why a belt isn't ideal really, because you'll probably trip over it a little bit, but you're just going to make a circle with it. Try and make it as flat as possible. Okay, like so, right, if that's all you've got. If you've got some tape, then you're just going to tape out the circle. Make sure it's about shoulder width wide, okay, not too wide, but not too narrow, so you just basically It's not going to be an exact circle, so it's more of a sort of shape. Okay, but you're just basically making a circle with your tape. Okay. Like I say, about shoulder width apart. Or chalk it out if you're outdoors, don't chalk it out if you're indoors. Okay. And make sure that whatever tape you use and on whatever surface you're using it on, it's going to come back up. Okay. You don't want it there permanently. Okay, so make sure that that's stuck down on whatever surface you're using. Okay. Alright, and I'll wait for you to come back. Okay, so hopefully you've now got a circle on the ground somewhere wherever you've decided to work out. Okay, so we're going to be doing some footwork drills to work on our speed and agility. So you're going to use your circle for that. First one, we're going to do it for 30 seconds. You're going to do this. One foot in, other foot in, out, out. Okay, so you're going in, so both feet are in, both feet are out. So one at a time. In, out, out. Doesn't matter which leg you lead with. You can change it if you want to. So basically it'll be this. Okay, in and out the circle for 30 seconds. Okay, ready. Okay, so in, out. Okay, nice and fast. The idea is for fast feet, moving forwards and back. Okay, so try to do it nice and quickly. But work at your own pace. This is why the circle can't be too big. You only want one step in and one step out. You don't have to run. Okay. Good. Keep going. And stop. Good, so next one is going to be still forwards facing. Okay, one foot in, one foot out. Okay, and basically you're going to be switching. Spotty dogs, basically. Okay, in and out. So one foot in, switching the legs forwards and back. Okay, ready? We've got 30 seconds on this one as well. So one foot in, one foot out. Go. Just switching. Feet forwards and back. Nice and light on the balls of your feet. Head up, back straight. That's good. Keep going. Hold 30 seconds, head up. And stop. Double footed, so both feet jump in, both feet jump out the front of the circle, then back into the circle and back out where you started. And we're going to be doing that for 30 seconds. So it's in, out the other side and back 30 seconds. Both feet, ready? Go. So in and back. Okay, try not to stand on that circle. Good. Try and land softly with bent knees. So have your knees slightly bent as you land. Good. And stop. Brilliant. So the next one, okay, is you're going to be hopping. So it doesn't matter which leg because you're going to do this. Choose a leg to hop. You're going to hop, hop. So same as we just did, in and out of the circle. And back. And then change. That's why it doesn't matter which leg you start on because you're going to be switching it every time. We're going to do 30 seconds. Ready? Go. So you're hopping in, hopping out, and then you've got to hop backwards, change legs. Okay? Okay, hopping in, hopping out, hop backwards, that's the tricky bit, change legs. And stop. Okay, so this time, behind the circle, into a fight stance. And it's a similar principle. So we're keeping that fight stance. You're going to go 1 foot into the circle, so you just shuffled forwards a little bit, then out, and then you do 1, 2. So basically it's 2 forwards, 1, 2, 2 back, 1, 2. Okay, and then you're going to switch. Okay, so front foot in, back foot in, front foot in, and out, and then you switch. So you're changing legs each time. So you've got 30 seconds of that. Set yourself up to a fight stance. Ready, go. So you've got 2 forwards, 2 back, switch. 2 forwards, 2 back, switch. Maybe think about what your hands are doing as well. So if you're thinking sparring, then make sure you change your guard as well. And stop. So the last one, you're going to be hit the side of the circle, okay? And you're going to go 1 foot in, both feet in, out, out. So whichever direction I'm going in, that leg leads. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So what we're trying not to do is step over. Okay, because I'm going to end up tripping myself up. So what we're trying to do, when I'm moving in that direction, that leg leads. If I'm moving in that direction, that leg leads. So no crossing over of the feet. We've got 30 seconds of that. Hands up in a guard. Go. So you're going in, out, out, in, out, out. Okay. Okay. Make sure you're not crossing the legs over. Take your time. If you have to start off slowly, that's fine. Okay. Once you get the hang of it, maybe go a little bit faster. Try and get the feet working. Nice and fast, balls of the feet, knees slightly bent, back straight, hands up. Nice and fast. Get the hang of that. Don't cross the legs. And stop. Good. Okay, so you get rid of your circle. Okay, we're going to do a minute of 1-for-1 sparring with me. Okay, so remember in 1-for-1 sparring, I do a technique, you do a technique, I do a technique, you do a technique. But also try and think about where your technique is going. So you're facing me on the screen. Okay, so if I do a side kick here, okay, you can't do a turn kick here because you're not allowed to kick to my back. Okay, so make sure that you're thinking about target areas. Okay, it's a bit difficult to work out height, but for most of you, you know I'm taller than you, except maybe a few people we won't name. Okay, might be taller than me, but you know, try and get that height there as well, but definitely be thinking about where you're hitting. So if I'm this way round, you can't do a technique here. Now you have to think about what technique you're going to be able to do here. Okay, so try and think about where your target is. Don't just throw your arms and legs out. All right, but I do a technique, you do one, I do one, you do one. So we've got a minute of this. Ready? I'm going to go first. Touch gloves. Social distancing, glove touching. Ready? Go. So I do one, you do one. I do one, you do one. I do one, you do one. You do one. Okay, go for the open spaces. Okay, if I move, you're going to have to move. Good. You do one. I do one. Good. Move with me. If I move forward, you're going to have to move back. Good. Go for the spaces. Don't just throw your arms and legs out. And stop. Good, chariot, Kanye. Right, just give yourself a little rest. Okay, think about what you did well in that round, what you think you could have done better, you know, where you were positioned, whether you had a good guard, whether you were going for good targets, whether you were varying your targets, were you doing the same thing for the whole time, okay? We're going to do another round in a second, another 1 minute round, okay? So try and improve on the things that you thought you didn't do so well. Have a little think about that. Like I say, is it your guard? Is it your movement? Are you doing the same technique? Are you managing to get any height on there? Are you getting some head kicks in? Whatever you think you could improve on. All right, we're going to do another round now, just to try and improve on that. Face me, chariot Kanye. Okay, right leg back. Let's touch gloves. Social distancing, touching. Ready and go. Then me, then you. Okay. My technique, your technique. My technique, your technique. be nice and quick. So as soon as you see that come out, you should be reacting. If I go a little bit faster, you have to go a little bit faster. Okay, good. Good. Make sure you're moving around when I move around. Gonna drop my guard, headshot, missed it. And come on. Good, face me, chariot. Kunye. Okay, so today's technical is all about etiquette really of Taekwondo. There's a lot of kind of self-discipline, respect, courtesy, all of those kind of things within a martial art. And that comes right from your uniform. Okay, so when you come to training, that your uniform is clean and ironed, and that you've got your belt with you and your sparring equipment with you if that's what you need. So you bring everything you need with you to class, and it looks neat and tidy. Okay, so that's the first thing you should be thinking about before you even leave the house. The second thing is when you arrive at the dojang, okay, that you make sure that you're on time. Okay, it's not okay. You should be there 5-10 minutes early, really for your sessions. Ready to go. Even on the Zoom sessions that we've been doing, I've got quite a few people logging in at 2 minutes past. Well, if I'm over here, that means it interrupts my lesson to have to come and let you into the Zoom session. So please be on time for your sessions, however that looks. Okay, make sure you're on time for it. Partly because it's not okay for you to miss a warm-up. Okay, warm-up is really, really important part of the session so that you don't get injuries, so that you prepare correctly for the session ahead. So if you're 5-10 minutes late and you've missed that warm-up, I would be perfectly within my rights to turn you around to send you away again for your safety. Plus it's disruptive to the rest of the group. Okay, for me, being on time is super, super important. It's like number one courtesy tenet of Taekwondo. Don't be late for your sessions, okay? You need to make sure that you remove jewellery. Okay, I'm wearing my watch because it's what I use to time you guys, and I'm not doing the physical one-to-one touching that you're doing. So you should be taking off jewellery for your own safety again. You know, even if you're just training on your own here, and you're say wearing a ring, and you just catch it, and or you catch your finger and it swells up, you're gonna have to cut your ring off to get it off. Yeah, so you need to think of those things. It's your safety. Earrings get ripped out so easy. So they should be taken out. And if you can't take them out because you've only just had them done, they need to be taped up as well. And you must bring your own tape to do that. Okay, so you need to think about all of those things before you've even left the house. Okay, I know we've been training in a very different way, and we will be training in a very different way for the foreseeable future, I am sure. Okay, so obviously things like contact is probably not going to happen anyway, but like I say, you know, safety, for your safety as well in terms of jewellery. But you've been training in your own purpose-built dojang, and right back at the beginning I asked you to create a Korean flag, okay, to put into your dojang, and to create wherever you trained is your dojang. And hopefully you've still been bowing on the way into that. So that's the first kind of courtesy and etiquette you have when you first turn up to a dojang, whether it's your dojang, whether it's the sports hall or whatever. And the history behind that is when you walked into a purpose-built dojang, there would be a flag on the wall, not my flag on the wall, the Korean flag, obviously in Korea. And if you go to purpose-built dojangs in England, you will have the British flag and the Korean flag. And that's actually what you're bowing at. Okay, you're sort of bowing to the hall and bowing to those flags. So you come in, chariot, kunye, and bow at the flag at the end of the hall. Okay, and it's also a way of setting your mind into laughing and joking, had a really rough day at work, whatever, you've come in, you've looked at the hall, you've bowed at it, and now you're mentally ready to step in and train. Okay, so that's what that's about. When you're bowing, okay, heels together, toes slightly apart, hands by your sides, and you bow to about 30 degrees, keep your head up and look up. Okay, so you're looking at your opponent or looking at the flags, and that's how you bow as well. So when you first come in, it's a proper bow. Some of you do give gesture towards it and kind of nod towards it, carry on. Okay, make sure it's a proper bow. You come in, proper bow, go in, put your stuff down. Okay, rather than just a nod. Okay, so once you've come in and you've bowed and you've got all your stuff, make sure your stuff is all neat and tidy along the sides. Okay, again, that's a discipline thing on yourself. Okay, having a neat and tidy area. Keeps it safe for everybody else as well. Greet your fellow students, greet your instructors, okay, and then you do so. Okay, if you're greeting your instructor or your senior grades, you should bow. So, you know, hello ma'am, how are you? Or hello sir, how are you? Okay, and chat that way, you know, if they're senior grade to you. But acknowledge your fellow students as well. That's really important. I think that we have a friendly club and I'm keen to keep it that way. So make sure you do that. Whenever you're addressing somebody of a senior grade to you, you should call them sir or ma'am. Okay, so if you have a question, you should put your hand up and say, excuse me ma'am, I've got a question, and ask your question, and say thank you ma'am at the end. And you should bow to your senior students and your instructors also. So once you've set that tone as you come into the training hall, then I expect people to train with enthusiasm and with 100%, because that's why you're there. You've come along to train, and that's what I want to see. And I don't want to see on your face if you don't particularly like a particular exercise, or you don't particularly like doing a certain thing, and there's visible rolling of eyes and audible sighs. Okay, you're there to train, so even if you don't like something, you just got to get on with it. Okay, I don't want to see that you don't enjoy that particular part of it. Okay, just get on with it. And like I say, if you've got any questions, you can ask and say, Mom, I've got a question, etc. And to help minimise the amount of disruption to the class, if you need to get a drink, okay, or which we only really do in the summer, everybody can survive an hour without a drink. Make sure you're fully hydrated before you start the session, and fully hydrate when you leave the session. And we shouldn't really need to faff around with drinks during the session. On the ridiculously hot days, I do appreciate that we possibly will need to stop for a drink, or I've really worked too hard and we need to stop for a drink. You don't just go off and get your own, because if I've got 20 people in the class and they all just go off occasionally to do that, when do I stop and wait for you to come back before I give the next instruction? No, we all go at the same time and when I dismiss you, so you're not going off getting your own drinks. Okay, if I think it's hot enough or you've worked hard enough, I'll dismiss the class to go get a drink, because that's less disruptive. And the same with going to the toilet, to the bathroom. You should have done that before you come. Again, an hour's not too long. Make sure you do it before you get there, so you don't have to disrupt the class by going off. You might miss a key bit of information because you've disappeared off, and then I've got to reiterate what I just said, just to tell you, because you went off to the bathroom and then somebody else goes, and it's just disruptive. It's 1 hour, okay, we can all cope with that. So that's also really important. And then once we finish the lesson, okay, we finish off the lesson with bowing to the instructor and being dismissed. Okay, the way we do that varies a little bit between our junior class and our senior class, but Hassan means dismissed. Do not move until that word has been said, regardless of which class you're in. So you face the instructor and you bow. Okay, you are dismissed by the word Hassan. Okay, and then you go. And we should be clapping at the end of the lesson, okay, to kind of say thank you, but also that you enjoyed it, even if you didn't. Internally rolling your eyes, clap, okay, and leave the dojang. Lots of you don't clap, but I find that it's just essentially me and the other instructors, especially in the junior class, doing the clapping. Okay, so make sure you do that as well. For further information about why we do that and the etiquette of that is in your information sheet this time, so go and have a look at that too. I'm really looking forward to hoping to see you physically in the near future, and I just want you to take in some of that. I know we've gone over quite a lot of the tenets of Taekwondo and bowing and stuff over the last sort of, how many weeks? 13 more 20 weeks? I don't know what, we're on lesson 20 or something. A really long time, but I just wanted to bring that up as we go back, because obviously the setting we've been in the last few months has been a little bit more informal in that respect, and I just wanted to remind you of the etiquette of the dojo. Okay, at certain times in the class, your belt might have come undone, or your dobok's come and ruffled up a little bit, or that kind of thing, and at the end of the class as well, just before we dismiss you. Okay, we often say turn around just your uniforms, but within the class, if my uniforms looks a bit messy and my instructor's over there, I'll just turn away tidy up my belt before I turn back and face my instructor. So it's just continuing that respect thing about bowing to your instructor and calling them sir or mom, etc. It's just kind of turning away as you tidy yourself up. And then at the end of the class, like I say, certainly in the adult class, I'd ask you to turn around and adjust your uniform, and that's why, so that you're finishing the class as smart as you were when you came in, if not a little bit sweatier and a little bit redder. But usually you turn away and do that. Now I often in my classes with my instructor, not because he's asked me to, it's just something that I've always done, is that when I turn away and do that, I kneel down and do it, okay, and then back up facing them. So, turn around, adjust uniforms. Face me, cherry up, Kunye, Hassan, give yourself a round of applause.